Hey everyone! If you're a fan of heartfelt stories, unforgettable characters, and romances that truly touch your soul, you're in the right place. Today, I'm sharing 10 incredible romance anime that range from sweet and lighthearted to deeply emotional and life-changing. Whether you love stories about first love, personal growth, or just want to feel all the feelings, these anime will give you that perfect mix of laughter, tears, and hope. Let's dive in. A deeply emotional story about music, grief, and first love. It follows Horimiya, a piano prodigy who loses the ability to hear music after a traumatic event. His world is gray and silent until he meets Kaori Miyazono, a free-spirited violinist who plays with passion and chaos. Through Kaori, Kusei begins to rediscover color, sound, and emotion in his life. The anime beautifully blends classical music, coming-of-age themes, and the power of human connection. Visually poetic and emotionally devastating, it explores how art and love can heal broken hearts. A heartfelt romantic comedy centered on two unlikely allies. Ryuji Takasu is gentle but misunderstood due to his intimidating eyes. Taiga Aisaka is small and cute, but fierce and known as the palm-top tiger. When they discover they both have crushes on each other's best friends, they team up to help each other. But as they grow closer, the line between pretending and feeling becomes beautifully blurred. Toradora mixes hilarious moments with deep emotional growth, showing how love often comes from the most unexpected places. A continuation of Clannad, but with a far more mature and emotional focus. It follows the lives of the main characters after high school as they face real-life challenges, relationships, and responsibilities. This series is deeply life-affirming, exploring love, loss, family, and growth. The tone becomes more serious as it progresses, yet always remains tender and heartfelt. If Clannad was about youth, After Story is about adulthood and resilience. It's a must-watch for those who want a realistic and emotionally powerful romance drama. A sweet and refreshing romance about seeing beyond appearances. Kyuko Hori is a popular smart girl who hides her true home life. Izumi Miyamura is a quiet, gloomy classmate who secretly has tattoos and piercings. When they discover each other's hidden sides, an unexpected and sincere connection begins. Horimiya excels at depicting a natural, healthy relationship full of awkward moments, real communication, and personal growth. It's a light yet meaningful series that celebrates being your true self with the person you love. Love is a battlefield, literally. Kaguya Shinomiya and Miyuki Shirogane are top students at a prestigious academy. They both have feelings for each other, but their pride refuses to let them confess. Instead, they engage in a battle of wits and manipulation, trying to make the other admit love first. It's hilarious, clever, and surprisingly deep. As the mind games continue, their emotional walls slowly break down, revealing vulnerability beneath all the pride. A unique romantic comedy that mixes satire, strategy, and sweetness. A gentle and heartwarming story about overcoming social fear. Sawako Kuranuma looks gloomy and scary to her classmates, who nickname her Sadako, like the horror character. In truth, she's kind, shy, and just wants to make friends. When she begins interacting with the cheerful and warm Shota Kazuhaya, a slow and touching transformation begins, both in her social life and emotional growth. Kimi ni Todoke is about breaking emotional walls, being understood, and finding love that starts with kindness and patience. A touching story of acceptance, trauma, and emotional healing, with a touch of fantasy. Toru Honda, a kind and selfless girl, ends up living with members of the mysterious Soma family, who each carry a unique secret tied to the Chinese zodiac. As she becomes closer to them, she helps each one confront their emotional scars and inner loneliness. Though it starts with a light-hearted tone, Fruits Basket dives into themes of abuse, identity, and generational pain, while building a beautiful romance along the way. It's deeply human, magical, and unforgettable. a clever blend of high school drama and second chances. Arata Kaizaki, a 27-year-old jobless man, is given a chance to relive 1 year as a high school student through a scientific experiment. While navigating teenage life again, he begins to understand his past mistakes, build new relationships, and confront emotional wounds. ReLIFE is about growth, regret, healing, and the romance that blooms when you're finally ready to open your heart again. It's nostalgic, humorous, and surprisingly deep. A story about youth, change, and rediscovering love. Futaba Yoshioka wants to reinvent herself in high school to avoid being judged by others. She ends up meeting Ko Mabuchi, a boy from her past who's now distant and different from what she remembers. As they reconnect, both of them face their personal traumas, regrets, and hopes. Haru Ride is not just a love story, it's about the growing pains of adolescence and how people change through pain and time. Visually soft and emotionally rich, it's ideal for fans of introspective romance. A surprisingly emotional story masked as dark comedy. Kyotaro Ichikawa is a quiet, withdrawn student with dark thoughts and social anxiety. Ana Yamada is a cheerful, outgoing girl admired by everyone. When their paths cross unexpectedly, Ichikawa discovers that Yamada isn't as perfect as she seems, and she begins to see the good in him, too. What starts as a strange connection slowly becomes a tender, respectful, and deeply sincere romance. It beautifully captures teen insecurities, emotional growth, and falling in love when you least expect it. So, which one are you? Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss out on more anime recommendations and deep dives. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the most powerful stories come from the simple